Big bag popping up, I start this off light. And don't you ask about no exes, I'm too busy catching flights. What I put off in the booth is guaranteed to change a life. I'll never fumble underneath the lights, for real.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Michaela Shania, and I am
Back again.
And this is a Q&A video for... The first question is, what made you choose Howard? I personally don't even have a clear answer. I just feel like when I was in probably 11th grade or 10th grade, I used to always see Howard. And I used to live this way, up this way. So I come up and visit all the time. And it was always just like I seen Howard stuff everywhere. So when I seen Howard stuff on the internet, you know, I kind of looked into it and it just looked like this is a place where I want to be. And in 11th grade, I came up here to visit the campus and it just automatically felt like home, you know, like this felt like when I get out of high school, I'm going to want to be here. Plus, my dad lives like 30 minutes away and I automatically knew I wanted to be somewhere where there was family. I didn't want to be in the middle of somewhere where I didn't know anybody. Like, what if I had an emergency? Plus, I knew I kind of wanted to get into theater, or I kind of wanted to get into TV and film things, and I knew that they were pretty strong in those areas. Second question is, did you apply for any scholarships? If so, name them. I applied for a couple scholarships, I ain't gonna lie, but I can't really remember off the top of my head. One scholarship that I do remember was the King of Club scholarship. It was $1,000 scholarship. I don't remember much of anything my college process. But I definitely remember King of Clubs. I'll probably put the link down below if they reopen it for the new year. Next question. When did you start applying for schools? Last minute. If the deadlines for priority was November 1st, I start applying for schools October 28th. I kid you not. I do not recommend applying for schools at the last minute, especially if you don't know what you're doing. Start applying for schools now, like now. They understand that it's the senior year, so you may not have all the credits that you need, but still start applying now, because apply now. They'll tell you that the deadlines are November 1st, but that's for priority. If you want to get your acceptance letter in January, February, apply now. If you really don't you're not really in a rush, you could apply after November 1st. Just make sure you know the deadlines for that school, because I didn't know that, okay? I was just applying for schools. November 28th, I had to apply for like 15 schools. I didn't even know if I was doing it right. I was just applying, okay, on Common App. And I recommend Black Common App, by the way, because you just pay a $20 fee and you can apply for all of the schools for free. Next question. How is college so far? College is good, okay? College is good. People who was trying to make it seem like college was going to be the worst thing that ever happened to you, college was going to be the biggest monkey on your back. But really, like, college is what you make it. Like, I'm having a good life on campus, okay? First of all, college is literally what you make it, because you apply for your classes, you make your own schedule, it's really what you make it. So if college is hard for you, you the problem. Okay? Next question. How to stay on my task? Ain't really nothing to it but to do it. Honestly. Like, it's really nothing to it but to do it, because if you don't do it versus doing it, look at the outcome. Like, me not doing it versus me doing what I'm supposed to do. You take one step forward if you do what you need to do. If you don't do it, that's just you just making it harder for yourself. So just do it. Like, when a thought comes in your head, just get up and do it. Don't even second guess it. Just get up and do it. Next question. What was the hardest part about the application process? For me, the hardest part about the application process was me not really having a lot of knowledge about college. But I knew about college, but I didn't know in depth. Like, it wasn't, I don't know how to explain it. I feel like every application I did, I feel like I did it wrong. But I ended up getting accepted to majority of them. It was just making sure that you were taking the proper steps to get everything done. Some schools required certain things that others didn't. So it was like, make sure you get in contact with your CAP advisor and your counselor to make sure that you're doing the correct things, because it's to me, it was a very tedious process. You could make sure you put in the right stuff, okay? Put the right stuff on your application. But when you're guided through it, it's fine. Don't try to do it all your own. I try to do it all by myself because I really don't like asking for help if I could do it on my own. But make sure you have somebody helping you, even if it's a friend y'all apply for the same college, apply for the college with them. Next question. What schools did you get accepted to, and which ones did you get rejected from, surprisingly? I got accepted into a lot of schools. I got accepted into, off the top of my head, LSU, University of Tulsa, Wingate University, Howard University, Alabama A&M, Flomo, Bryant University, and countless others, honestly. School that I got rejected from, I got rejected from FSU. But I don't know if it's because I did a regular application or what. I don't know. Like, I see all my friends who got accepted, they applied through the CARE program. But I'm not even eligible for CARE program. Like, I'm not a first gen or anything. But when everybody was getting accepted at FSU, I was like, dang, like, I'm not good enough. I don't want to go there anyway. But I didn't get accepted into FSU. I don't know, maybe my stats wasn't good enough. I don't know. No big. Y'all didn't really want to go there anyway. I was just stuck in the mindset that I had to apply for 50 million colleges. From the jump, I knew I wanted to come here, so I don't even know why I applied for all the colleges. But next question: favorite senior event? Off backs? Prom? Off backs? Well, no, grad bash or prom. I want to say prom because I'm not usually the type to, dress up, get my makeup done, get my nails and hair done, and go out and look pretty. I'm more like a chill type, go out like once a month. But prom was literally like glitz and glam. It was beautiful. Like, from the coming up with the idea, coming up with my dress idea, meeting my designer, coming up with how I wanted my hair, my makeup, my nails done. Everything was just so perfect. Like, and it's really your princess moment. And getting to see yourself transform from, the regular everyday, I'm stressed out about something, to this is my day, this is my prom day, is perfect. My favorite part about prom was the car ride, because it just feel like luxury. Like, who don't want to feel like luxury? So prom was really it. Like, and I'm gonna insert some clips. I looked amazing. Like, my dress, everything went perfect. A shout out to my designer, shout out to my mama, shout out to Takira and her parents, shout out to my grandma, shout out to my daddy, shout out to everybody who made it happen, because it was so perfect. Grad bash, I hated my grad bash because my outfit was a malfunction in my outfit, but the aura of the whole trip was perfect too. I loved it. Well, I ain't gonna lie, I was homesick as soon as we left. I don't know why. I just okay, but being at grad bash felt like a dream. Like, okay. Anyways, next question: what is my major? What is my minor? And what are my career choices? I am majoring in communications with the concentration of media, journalism, TV, and film. Minor of theater, and my career choices: I would like to have my own talk show. I would like to be, I could be a news reporter. You could do a lot of things with communications. Honestly, I'm still figuring it out. I want to start acting too. I'm not really big on acting, which is why I put it as my minor. But it'll be good to know those things when I do decide to go more AWOL on acting. I really just want to be on TV. Next question. What are you looking forward to this year? Refund checks. Nah, for real, I'm looking forward to meeting new people that can put me into the door. Meeting people who can help me become a better version of myself. Learning myself. I'm actually looking forward to the end of this year to see how much I've changed as a person, physically and mentally. I'm looking forward to the growth. Next question. What to expect senior year? That is a good question. I went into my senior year expecting growth too. The same thing that I just said for my last question. I went into my senior year expecting nothing but fun. Only because this is my last year in high school. I knew that all the events was gonna roll around, like senior breakfast, senior picnic, prom, grad bash, all of these events. I really wasn't looking forward to nothing but that. So when it came to work, when it came to grades, period, I was already set on grades. Like, I'm not the type of person to get nothing lower than a B. And if it's a C, I'm gonna figure it out. So when it came to grades, I wasn't really worried about that. Which is why I wasn't really worried about anything scholastic, period, including college. Which is why I was applying for college just 2 days before the deadline. But it's really what you make it, I promise you. Like, if you stressing out about stuff, it's really your fault. Don't stress out about nothing. It's already written for you. So just go with the flow. Going with the flow is my thing for senior year. My senior year was amazing. Like, it was a point in time where I was just coming to school just because I ain't have nothing else to do, But, if you still got high school classes, take them serious now. Take it serious. Some people don't have no high school classes because they done took them all already. Kudos to y'all. I wasn't that student. But if you got classes, take your classes seriously. Just make sure you have fun. Next question. Was your senior year difficult? Not at all. Nothing about my senior year was difficult. Even taking my SAT and ACT. Only because that's just who I'm not going to make anything difficult for me. Like, everybody want to say, oh, college is going to get hard. You think it's easy now, it's going to get hard. It was hard for you, baby. That don't mean it's going to be hard for me. I enjoy being able to relax. So if I know something is due on the first, now I know. If I know something is due on the first and it's the 15th of the month prior, I'm gonna do it on the 15th. Who finna be stressing out on the 30th? Just do it. Like, just get it done. Senior year does not have to be difficult. Especially, the only thing that was difficult about senior year was spending all of that money. We ain't gonna talk about that. Next question. How did you come up with your essay topic? All of the colleges that I applied for gave me a prompt. So when you're applying for your colleges, they give you a prompt and you just go based off of that. Now, if they give you something like, what was one of your hard shit? What was the hardest thing you had to overcome in your life? Who said it gotta be true? That's when you use your storytelling skills. You make up something up. Make up something that sounds the most, hard working in the world. Make your essay sound like a breakthrough. And I'm personally somebody that's I'm a pretty, I don't lie to people, but if I had to, I'd be a pretty good liar. So coming up with stuff, storytelling was my thing. I was good at that. I was good at thinking of stuff. Don't ask me to make up nothing for you. Next question. How hard was the transition from high school to a new college routine? It wasn't hard at all. It wasn't hard at all, because the way my senior year was, it was so easy. Like, I had my own flow, and in college you really have your own flow. And I already wasn't really a party kid. Like, I was a kid that was in bed by 11:45 and up at 6:50 the next day. So it's like, when you have a routine, just bring that routine with you. It's not hard at all. And even the week before classes started here, me and my friends was at parties, and we didn't get inside till 4 a.m. every day. But when classes started, I knew I had to be up the next morning. So I get in the bed and I go to bed and I go to sleep and I wake up and I'm ready for my classes the next day. It's really what you make it. Life is what you make it. Next question. How good are you adjusted to your surroundings? I'm doing pretty well. Honestly, because my friend group, we all went to middle school together. So I'm not struggling to make new friends. And even if I am, if it's not going with the flow, it's not supposed to be there. I'm not gonna force myself to be friends with anybody. And the people that I have made friends with are actually pretty cool. You know, they're open to being friends with me. I'm open to being friends with them. And when I see them, it's just like, hey, you don't have to force being in a friendship with anyone. It's simple as that. Next question. What advice would you give to the class of 23 seniors? I love my class of 23 seniors. I love them so much. Stay on the right track and have fun. Really, like, I mean it. When people say like, oh, I'm gonna stay on the right track, no, for real. Don't get too caught up in your fun, because coming from being a senior class president last year, it was so many kids mad at me and mad at the senior federation because they couldn't go on the trips because they didn't qualify, because they didn't do their SAT. They don't got A's and B's, they got D's and F's, and they don't got the attendance together. Come go to school, y'all. Even if you don't need to, even if you don't have to, go to school, y'all. Learn, do what you're supposed to do. Do your SAT, because you don't want to be the person that's begging somebody else to do your SAT for you and paying people to do your SAT for you. Go to school, y'all. Just do what you need to do. It's gonna be a breeze. It's August now, September now, and when you blink, it's gonna be May and June. You going to prom, crying because where did time go? Graduation was probably, it was just so bittersweet, because it's like, dang, I'm really in this white gown and this cap, and I'm really graduating, like, really. So just enjoy, you know, and live in the moment. For real, live in the moment. Love your teachers too. Get close with your cap advisor and your English teacher, for real. Okay, next question. How did you keep yourself from procrastinating? I just do it. I just did it. I figured out that I hated the consequences of me procrastinating, and I just stopped, because who wants to be stressed out about writing 250 words in 30 minutes when you had all week to do it? Literally, just do it. Like I said before. Next question. Best tips for a senior in high school. Tying back into 2 questions ago. Depending on how you take your test, like I wasn't, when it came to taking tests for me, I wasn't a studier. So this is, if you're somebody that's not really into studying, but you always got to take a test, and if you could take it multiple times, the first time, just take it, just so you can see how it's going to be. The second time, if you want to study, go ahead and study. Ain't nobody stopping you. The second time, just strategize, like, you know, get it together. Like I said before, get closer with the people that's in charge. Get closer to people in charge, because they know the ropes. They know how to get you involved. They can even help you with college essays, you know? So wake up early. If school start at 7:20, wake up at 6 o'clock, wake up at 5:30. It's not gonna hurt you. You know, start your day early. You really have to wake up, walk around the house, make you something to eat, have a good day. Just tell yourself today gonna be a good day. And it's nobody that should be able to mess up your day. For real. It take about 5 seconds for all emotion to pass. It's up to you to decide whether or not you're gonna be mad for the rest of the day. Also, when you let people make you mad and you stay mad, you give them control over you. You become a slave to them. So don't give people control over your emotions, even your teachers, because it gets in the way of your learning, and it gets in the way of your testing and stuff like that. And if they in charge, like, you're not in charge. They put the grade in the grade book at the end of the day. Relax. Next question. How did you get a full ride? I just applied for the colleges. I guess they like my stats and gave it to me. I think I got 3 full rides. I got a full ride from University of Tulsa. I want to say Wingate University, but I don't think it was them. And Tennessee State University. Now let me tell you about Tennessee. Tennessee just came to Florida and went to every inner city school and was like, if you got a 3.7 and above, you getting a full ride. If you got a 3.2, you getting a quarter ride. If you got a 3.0, you getting a half a ride. They was just giving out money. I'm telling you, they came to the West and gave out at least $16 million. Now the problem with me, they gave me a full ride, but it was like they gave me the full ride in November and then came back to the school in February and gave out more money. And it's like, you still haven't given me my money. You still haven't accepted me into the school. So how you finna give out more money when you still haven't given me money yet? And it's been 4 months. So I was calling them like, hey, I still haven't got my acceptance letter or my scholarship. What's going on? They like, oh, I haven't received your application. I'm like, oh, well, I sent them a paper application with such and such in November. So yada yada. She's like, yeah, I don't see your application. I'm like, okay, so do I apply again? She's like, yeah, apply again on the website. I applied again on the website and called them back a couple days later. She's like, oh yeah, we don't see your application. Again? I said, okay, ma'am, don't worry about it. It ain't that deep. But yeah, you just gotta have good stats. Schools like to see high GPAs and high test scores and good essays, and they'll give you a full ride. Next question. How long was your personal statement for Howard, and what were some of your stats? I don't think I had to write a personal statement for Howard. They ask me questions. They give you a prompt. Like, they give you at least 2 or 3 prompts, and they'll tell you whether they want it to be less than 500 words, more than 250, 300. They'll tell you how long it has to be, so you'll be fine. Just answer the questions really, like, detailed. Make it sound good. My stats, I had a 4.4 weight and a 3.7 unweighted GPA. My SAT wasn't all that good. I had a 1070 SAT. I didn't take the ACT. Things might not be the same for y'all because for class of 2022, a lot of stuff was waived. Like, a lot of our scores was waived. They knocked down the SAT and ACT scores so many times for us to make it. So it's different. But do have a good GPA. You should have a good GPA. And make sure your essays are good. Make sure they're written correctly. Next question. When did you get your first acceptance, and from when? My first acceptance, I want to say my first acceptance was in December. I think my first acceptance was from University of Tulsa or FLOMO. I'm not sure. I can't remember. But that's where my first acceptance was from. I was excited, I'm not gonna lie, because as a senior in high school, like, getting accepted into colleges was a big deal. Especially because my junior year, I seen so many people with $3 million in scholarships, 50 million acceptance letters, all this other stuff. So getting accepted to a college for me was like, oh my God, I got accepted. And as smart as I was, I didn't really think I was that smart. Like, I feel like people had me on a pedestal, real high pedestal, but I was really just like, thank y'all for watching. I hope this video was informative, and I hope y'all got some tips out of me. If you have any more questions, comment them down in the comment section below. I can do a question and answer part 2. I hope y'all enjoy y'all first years of college and y'all senior years. Bye.
I'll tell you when to eat, cause if I ruled the world, you would be kissing at my feet. I'ma rise and get crispy, that's a Rice Krispie treat. Ha.